Make sure to stay until the end. Two of these places can cause vacuum leaks and most people will never actually check those two places. Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video guys to any of you having a Fiat or Alfa Romeo, and if you want to see where you can develop vacuum leaks, and two of those places are places that people will almost never check. Stay with us, we'll explain that in this video today. Before we start, let me tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. Why we do that? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, guys, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these free videos. Now, if you guys need to buy any parts, tools for your Fiat Alfa Romeo, you want to get them at a really good price and save money, check out the link in the description of the video below. That's where we get all our tools and supplies from. So let's start on it now. So specifically we have a 2015 Fiat Abarth, but now why we mention Fiat Alfa Romeo, due to the fact that practically guys they share the same platform, they're built by the same company, Chrysler Corporation, even Dodge Chrysler guys. Okay, check it out now. That's a Chrysler right here. For instance, that same engine right here, that's the 1.4 turbo engine, has been used in more than different 6 Fiat models, 4 Alfa Romeos, and at least 3 or 4 Dodge Jeep vehicles that I can think of. So, what is a vacuum leak? That's extra air the engine gets, but you don't, but it doesn't know about that air. That can be caused, guys, okay, by vacuum lines, hoses that are cracked or not inserted. That can happen as well. It can sometimes, if you have a map sensor, on the map sensors, guys, okay, the O-ring can be actually not sealing correctly. Cracked O-ring can in some cases cause that, but it will be very small leak. Usually unhooked line or cracked vacuum line, you have some on the air filter box usually, and those plastic lines, when they're exposed to heat, they tend to crack when the vehicle gets older. We've seen that happen quite often, and they can crack right here on the fittings. We've seen that as well. They attach on the other side. Okay, you can develop vacuum leak there as well. But now, if you see right here, you have multiple vacuum lines. For instance, these two that come from the air filter box. One goes, if you follow it, it goes all the way to here, and it's hard to see if it's cracked or not, so you may need to remove the line and test it with pressure and see if it's leaking. It goes to the purge control valve. The other one, it comes all the way from here, goes down, and if you follow it multiple places, it can develop a vacuum leak, guys. If it cracks, it goes all the way down to the turbo right before the turbo map sensor there. Anywhere you have a cracked hose, especially on a turbo intercooler, or a hose clamp that's not tight, guys, or intake hose clamp that's loose, or intake boot like this one, sometimes they will crack, and it's hard to see the cracks unless you press it, okay, and you may notice them. Sometimes by the turbo will be the one exposed to more heat, and it can easily develop leak as well. Now you have another place right here, usually on top of the engine, on the valve cover, where the hose comes to the oil separator valve, and the elbow here tend to crack when it's old. Hoses as well, oil separator, PCV valve is right here. Check this one as well. Now from the PCV valve you have a hose all the way down to the intake manifold. That hose, okay, in some cases can have a leak. The gasket for the throttle body can be causing leak, vacuum leak, and the intake manifold gasket as well. Now, two things that most people will never check. One is the PCV valve. PCV valve that is stuck open can cause vacuum leaks, and those things you're supposed to replace them every so many miles. Let's say 60,000 miles, you really need to check your manual, but you need to change them. They cost only a few dollars, and most people don't, and those things can destroy your engine. We have a special video that talks about the symptoms of bad PCV valve. It will explain how it can destroy your engine. Another thing, the purge control valve brings the fuel vapors from the fuel tank, injects them in the intake manifold, so check that it's not cracked and the hose is connected to the intake manifold. Also, purge control valve that is stuck open will cause vacuum leak codes as well. Hopefully guys the video will be helpful to any of you needing help with that. Thank you for watching, see you next time.